How many times have you bought a stock based on something you saw on social media only to regret it later? I did it myself. And let me tell you something, it hurts. Because it's not just money, it's your time, your effort, your future. That's why today, I'm going to tell you about the tool that completely changed the way I do research before investing. It's called SeekingAlpha Premium, and in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what it is, how it works on the inside, and most importantly, whether it's really worth the price. We're going to look at stock analysis, ratings you won't find on any other platform, the dividends section, the screener to find winning stocks, and at the end, I'll give you my honest verdict. So stick around, because if you invest in the stock market, this is something you need to know about. Look, when I started investing, I did what everyone else does. I searched on Google, read random articles, watched YouTube videos, and made decisions involving thousands of dollars based on that information. A little absurd, right? It's like choosing a doctor based on an Instagram meme. SeekingAlpha is basically a stock research platform, but it's not just another financial news site. It's more like having access to a room full of analysts, each giving you their well-founded opinion on a stock with real data, comparative metrics, and solid arguments. And the best part is they show you both sides, the bull case and the bear case. Because let's be honest, nobody really knows for sure what's going to happen with a stock. What you can do is make the most informed decision possible. Now, SeekingAlpha has a free plan, and yes, you can use it, but it's like walking into a gourmet restaurant and only being allowed to smell the food. You can see some basic metrics, read 2 or 3 articles a month, and that's about it. When you want to dig deeper, you get that sign we all hate. Go Premium to continue. And here's the key question: who is SeekingAlpha Premium really for? Let me be clear. If you're an active or long-term investor who wants to understand why you're buying what you're buying, this platform is for you. If you're looking to do quick trades or just follow TikTok tips, you probably won't get the most out of it. SeekingAlpha is designed for people who really want to do their research, not for those looking for shortcuts. I started with the free plan, but I quickly realized that the most interesting articles, the deeper metrics, and the historical comparisons going back more than 5 years were all behind the paywall. So I ended up paying out of my own pocket, and I don't regret it. You open SeekingAlpha, simply type in the name of a stock, and within seconds, you have absolutely everything you need to know to make an informed investment decision, all in one place. You go to the profile, and the first thing you see is a clean dashboard with the price chart, the 52-week range, the current dividend, and the most important key metrics. You can see if the price is close to its all-time highs or if there's a buying opportunity. That alone already saves me a ton of time. But where SeekingAlpha really shines is in the analysis articles. Because when you read 5 articles about the same stock and 4 say buy, but one explains with concrete data why it could drop, that bearish article really makes you think twice. That's exactly the kind of analysis you need before moving your money. And there's something not many people mention, but that I really value: the comment section. Most of the people who comment are premium members. People who are also paying for the platform and have money invested in those stocks. The discussions are deep, honest, and full of perspectives that sometimes are worth more than the article itself. Now, there's something important I want you to know. With the free plan, you can only read 2 or 3 articles a month. With the premium plan, you get unlimited access to all of them, and that makes a huge difference when you're making serious decisions with your money. Let me ask you something. How many times have you looked up a stock and found that one analyst says strong buy, another says sell, and another says hold? And there you are, stuck in the middle, not knowing who to believe. SeekingAlpha has 3 completely different rating systems for each stock, and using them together is like having 3 analysis filters at the same time. The first one is the quant rating. This is a quantitative model built by the platform itself, and what it does is compare a stock against all the others that SeekingAlpha tracks, including those in the same sector and industry. There's no human opinion here. It's all math and financial data. I love it because it's completely unbiased. The second is the SeekingAlpha Analyst Rating, which is the aggregated opinion of all the contributors who have written about that stock. And the third is the Wall Street Analyst Rating, which gathers recommendations from institutional analysts at major banks and investment firms. Having all 3 on the screen at the same time gives you a panoramic view that you just can't get anywhere else. Seeking Alpha also has factor grades, which are letter grades from A to F in 5 key categories: valuation, growth, profitability, momentum, and revisions. So you can see whether a company is improving or declining in each of those areas. The best part about all this is that it's designed so you don't need to be an economist to understand it. When you see a number in red, you can double-click and the platform will explain exactly what's going wrong and why it's a red flag. Now, with the free plan, you can see some of those grades, but with a very limited history. At most 1 year back in most cases. And as a long-term investor, I need to see what was happening 5 or 10 years ago. You only get that historical perspective with the premium plan, and for me, that makes a huge difference. If you're a dividend investor, this section's for you. And if you don't invest in dividends yet, maybe after this you'll start considering it, because the dividend section on Seeking Alpha is, no exaggeration, the most comprehensive I've seen on any investment platform. When you go to the dividend section of a stock, you see right in front of you the current dividend yield, the payout ratio, which is the percentage of earnings the company uses to pay dividends, the historical dividend growth rate, and the number of consecutive years they've paid dividends without interruption. But there's something I find especially useful: the yield on cost. Basically, it shows you how much you would be earning today in dividends if you had bought the stock 10 years ago. Now let's move on to another tool I use all the time, the stock screener. Imagine being able to filter all the stocks in the US market according to your exact investment criteria: market capitalization, minimum dividend yield, consecutive years of dividend growth, quant rating, analyst rating, and dozens more metrics for valuation, growth, and profitability. Seeking Alpha connects with more than 12,000 financial institutions through Plaid, which is the same service many banks use to link accounts. In my case, I have it connected to Interactive Brokers, and let me tell you something, I check my portfolio here more often than on the broker's own platform. It's read-only access, it's encrypted, and I feel completely at ease using it. All of that together, the dividends, the screener, and the broker synchronization, makes for a combination you just can't find anywhere else. We've reached the moment of truth, because everything I've shown you so far sounds great, but if the price doesn't make sense, it doesn't matter how many features it has. So let's get straight to the point. Seeking Alpha Premium costs $299 a year. That's it. No hidden fees, no confusing tiers. For that price, you get full access to everything I showed you. Unlimited articles, historical ratings, the complete dividends section, the advanced screener, and syncing with your broker. When you break it down over 12 months, you're talking about around $20 a month. Honestly, I've had coffees that cost more than that, and none of them have helped me make better investment decisions. Now, there's also a pro plan that costs $2,400 a year. And here I'm going to be completely honest with you. In my experience, that plan isn't worth it for most investors. It gives you a bit more access to Seeking Alpha analysts and some extra alerts about market upgrades and downgrades. But most of the features you actually use day to day are included with the premium plan. And that is simply it.